you ever wondered why different plants have different types of structures? Let's take a look at some and find out. Let's start with plant roots. Plant roots are structures that take in water and dissolve nutrients. Some roots store food that the plant has made. A plant's roots also hold the plant in place. Did you know there are different types of roots? Let's look at some. Dandelions have taproots. Taproots have one main root that grows deep in the ground and a few smaller side roots. Carrots, parsley, and turnips are a few other examples of plants that have taproots. See how they all have one large root and a few smaller roots? Onions have fibrous roots. Fibrous roots are very thin and have a lot of branches. Many other plants also have fibrous roots, such as grass, marigolds, wheat, and rice. Look at these roots. They come up out of the ground. This mangrove tree has prop roots. Prop roots extend outward from the bottom of the plant stem. They help the plant stay upright. Maize, or corn plants, also have prop roots. Look at the roots on this banyan tree. These are called aerial roots. Aerial roots are found in plants that grow on surfaces such as trees and rocks. These roots attach the plant to the surface it grows on. They absorb water from the air. Orchids and ivy also have aerial roots. Plants also have stems. A plant's stem helps support the plant. There are two types of stems: soft stems and woody stems. Soft stems are green and can bend. Woody stems do not bend as easily and are usually covered in bark. Tree trunks are woody stems. Both of these types of stems hold up the plant's branches and leaves. Let's talk about plants' leaves. Leaves come in many different shapes, colors, and sizes. This Persian shield's leaves are purple and green. The leaves of this spiral aloe plant grow in a spiral. Did you know that the needles on a pine tree are actually leaves? Many plants also have flowers. Flowers come in many shapes and colors. They are the structure of the plant used for reproduction. Most flowers contain both male and female parts. The male part is the stamen. Pollen is produced in a part of the stamen called the anther. The female part is the pistil. The eggs are produced in a part of the pistil called the ovary. During pollination, the content inside the pollen is moved into the pistil. The pollen grain lands on top of the pistil. Its content is released and reaches the ovary through a tube that grows from the pollen structure. Fertilization occurs when the content inside the pollen joins the egg cells. This is how many plants reproduce. Have you ever picked up a pine cone that felt sticky? Some plants, like pine trees, produce cones instead of flowers. These plants usually produce a male cone and a female cone. The male cone is smaller and produces pollen that blows into the wind. The female cone produces a sticky liquid that captures the pollen. Once this occurs, seeds develop in the female cones. Many plants have parts that are adaptations that help them survive in their environment. This is the reason that their structures differ in shape. Look at the leaves of this orchid. Why do you think they are shaped like this? Orchids grow in the rainforest, where there is a lot of rain and humidity. Some plants, like orchids, need to get rid of extra water to avoid the growth of fungus and bacteria. Orchids have drip tip leaves that allow rain to run off the leaves quickly. Another adaptation that some plants have is thorns. Have you ever touched the thorns on the stem of a flower? It hurts. Some plants, like this rose bush, have thorns to protect them from being eaten by animals. When an animal tries to eat a plant with thorns, it can be painful, and the animal may move to another plant. There is such a large variety of plants and their structures. What types of interesting plant structures have you seen?